Hello, my dear students and the rest of the learners. Welcome to part 7 of a 9-part series of tutorials on desktop publishing using Microsoft Publisher. In this tutorial, we are going to look at page formatting. My name is MemJM, or you can simply call me Emily Swap. When we talk about page formatting, we are simply looking at a number of aspects that you are supposed to undertake on your page or on your pages in your publication so that each page meets a certain minimum standards. So page formatting mostly entails making the page presentable and ensuring that the information on the page is also passing the relevant information. And therefore, some of the ways of making your page in your publication presentable and appealing include page numbering. When we talk about page numbering, we are mostly looking at how you can be able to identify the pages within the publication because each page contains certain information. It is therefore very important that you are able to identify information based on the page where it is. And therefore, before you print your pages in a publication, it is important that each of the pages is numbered. So, to print the page numbers in a publication, you must set the page numbers in the master pages. This is done by adding a page number marker, or what we call a special character, that keeps track of the page order in the publication and ensures that each page is numbered correctly at all times. To add page numbers to the master pages, you do the following. 1, you click on View menu and select Master Page. Second step, you click on Insert menu and then you click Page Numbers. On the Page Numbers list box, you specify the position and the alignment for your page number. Then you can click on Check the Show Page Number on first page if you want first page to be numbered. To format the page number, select the symbol inserted and format it like any other text. Then click on Master Page menu and click on Close Master Page so that we're able to go back to your publication. The following is therefore a demonstration on how you can insert page numbers in the publication. For example, in the publication by the name, Introduction to Emily Swap. So while you are in the publication, for example, in this publication, remember I have said in the previous tutorials that it is good that you ensure that you are able to view the contents of each of your pages clearly. And that I have always said, it is important that you click on the View menu. So let me click on the View menu. And now I can click on Page Width. So our text is now visible. As you can see, these pages do not have page number at the bottom. And therefore, for you to be able to insert the page number, which can appear at the bottom of each page, you click on View menu, and then you click Master Page. So let me click Master Page. While on the master page, you click on Insert menu. So let me click on Insert menu. After clicking on Insert menu, you click on Page Number. So this is page number. Let me click it. You can see after clicking on the page number, we are given several alternatives to insert our page number. We have top left, top center, top right, bottom left, bottom center, bottom right. Let me select bottom left. So I'll click on bottom left. And you can see there's the checkbox here, which requests whether you would like the first page to have a page number or not. So in this case, let it remain checked because I want each and every page to have a page number. So let me click on bottom left. After clicking on bottom left, you can see this is where my page number is. So let me adjust it a little bit because I don't want it to be hidden. So this is the symbol for our page number. So you can format this symbol so that your page number will look the way you want. So to format it, you select it. So I have selected, and then I can click on Home menu, and then I can click on B for bold. I can also increase my font size by clicking, for example, font 12. Do I want to change the color? Yes, I can change the color. So let me choose this color, this one. So you click on your color. So you can see we have been able to insert the page, but what we can see is the symbol. So let's close or let's save the changes first. So let me click on Save button. After clicking on Save button, let me click on Master Page menu. So you click on Master Page menu. And then we can click on Close Master Page so that we are taken back to our publication. So let me click on Close Master Page. You can see, my dear students and the rest of the learners, we have our page at the bottom. Let's click on the first page. You see, it has page 1. This is our first page. Page 2, here it is. Page 3, there we go. Page 4, here we are. So that's how you insert page number in your publication. So you save the changes. We can also rearrange pages in our publication. In MS Publisher, you can order your pages by rearranging page thumbnails. Icons at the bottom of the window that represent the pages or on the side, as we are going to see. Changing the order of pages does not affect the text objects in your publication, even though they may have moved to different pages. To rearrange the pages, press left mouse button on the page thumbnail you want to move, then drag it to the position you wanted to position it, between or after a certain page, and release the mouse button. So the following is a demonstration on how you can rearrange pages in a publication. For example, in this publication by the name Introduction to MLSWAP. So you can see these are the page thumbnails. This is for page 1. This is for page 2. This is for page 3. And this is for page 4. So if, for example, I wanted to rearrange my pages so that this page moves to the first page, what I need to do is to press my left mouse button on the page thumbnail for the page I want to move. Like, let me move page 4. So you press down your left mouse button and then you drag. And you can see I am dragging it. You drag it to where you want. So I want it to be on the first page. So you can see that in our page thumbnails, we have moved page 4 to page 1. The content of page 4 remains, but now it is numbered page 1. Then the one which was page 1 has become page 2. The one which was page 2 has become page 3. And this one, the one which was page 3, has become page 4. So you can see how we rearrange pages. So you just press down your left mouse button on the page thumbnail for the page you want to move, and then you drag. So let me return it back to where it was. So I will press down my left mouse button on the page thumbnail for page 1, then I'll drag it over to the last position there. And our page 1 has become page 1 again. And page 4 has gone back to its position. Always remember to save your changes. So that's how you rearrange your pages. We can also insert a line and a paragraph breaks in our pages. So to insert a line or a paragraph break, you select the paragraph that you want to break, and then right-click on the selection, click on Change Text, and select the paragraph. Then you click on Line and the Paragraph Breaks tab on the paragraph dialog box. You select on either Window or Orphan Control. Keep with the Next, keep lines together, or start in the next text. And then you click OK. So let's see how we can implement that in our publication by the title, Introduction to MLSwap. So while in our publication, let's see which paragraph we can break. For example, there is this paragraph here, this paragraph in this column. So we can break this paragraph from this point here, where we have MLSwap ICT. So how do we move? So you select the paragraph that you want to break. So that's my selection. Remember, it has continuation on this other page. So let me go back and select or make my selection. I want to break it up to this point. Then you right click on the selection. So let me right click. You point on change case, and then you click on paragraph. Then while on the paragraph dialog box, you click on line and paragraph breaks tab. And then you can decide how to break. So let me break the paragraph so that it starts in the next text box. But do I have the next text box? Not yet, but let's click on it and see what will happen. So I'll click on that, and then I'll click OK. So what has happened? The entire paragraph has been moved. You can see that paragraph was beginning here in this text box, but now it has been moved to the paragraph where it was continuing, that is page 3. You can see MLSwap has been moved here, and therefore now we have an overflow, as you can see. So how do I cater for this overflow? I can now draw another paragraph. I can bring that paragraph down to page 4. So let me have a paragraph here. So let me drag this object downwards a little bit so that I create space for a new text box. And then I can draw a new paragraph here or a new text box to accommodate my overflow. So let me click on draw text box, and then I size or I draw it here that way. So I can go back to the paragraph that has overflow in page 3. This paragraph here, we can see it has an overflow. So let me click on this overflow, and then I can paste it in my other paragraph or in my other text box, which is this text box. So let me click inside this text box. Good. You can now see that we have been able to break this text box from the paragraph that was MLSwap ICT, and that paragraph has been moved to the new or the next text box, which was this one. And then because this has had an overflow, after breaking, I have been able to move my overflow to the last page, which is page 4. And that's how you implement line and page breaks. Or sometimes you can call it paragraph breaks. So whenever you are breaking, the rest of the text must be taken to the next text box. If the next text box is not available, you ensure you draw one, and then you proceed with the process. So that's how you implement breaks. It is also good to ensure that you have headers and footers in your publication. So you can use the same header and footer throughout, or use running headers and footers that indicates the contents of each page, as is the case for dictionaries, telephone, and address dictionaries or directories. To define consistent or common headers and footers throughout the publication, you should set them through the master pages. This is done as follows. You click on View menu and click Master Page. Then click on Insert menu and select Header or Footer. Type the header on the header box, then click on Show Header or Footer button from the Header and the Footer toolbar. Then type the footer. Click on Close Master View button to go back to the publication page. So the following is a demonstration on how to add headers and footers in our publication by the name Introduction to MLSwap. So we want to have some headers and footers in this publication. So for us to add headers and footers so that we have some text on top and some text at the bottom of each page, in addition to the page number, you click on View menu and then click Master Page. Then from there, you click on Insert menu and then you click on Header. So let me click on Header. You can see a text box has appeared from where we can write our header. So here, I can type some text. For example, I can type or write decide by name JM in bracket MLSwap. I can then align this header the way I want. So I'll select this text, make it broad, increase its font size to 14, change the font type to, let me have Times New Roman. And then I can change its color to blue. And then I can left align it. So I'll click on Home menu and then click Align Right. So let me click Align Right. And then I can italicize by clicking on Italics. Then let me resize this header so that the picture does not hide it. So that's our header. Let's click, or let's move now to footer. So let me save this change first. So click on Save button. And then I can click back to master page. And then now I can click on this button, Show Header Stroke Footer. So let me click on it. So that's the header. If I click on it again, it will take me to the footer. You can see page number is part of the footers. But now I can add my own text. So let me type some text here. For example, I can write, or I can type the text, thank you. Thank you for being part of my journey. And then I can move this text to the position I want it to be. And then I can format it by making it, for example, italics. And the rest can remain, but I can increase its font size to 14. That way. So that's my footer. You click on Save button, and now let's click on Close Master Page to see whether our publication now has headers and footers. So we are back to our publication. You can see in page 1, I have decided by meme.jm. And at the bottom, I have that text. The same applies to page 2. You can see page 2 has designed by, and at the bottom, we have thank you. If I check page 4, you can see it has the footer and it has the header. I can make some further changes to my header by clicking on the View menu, and then I click on Master Page. And then I can select, for example, my header, and now I can change its text to blue. That way. Now I can save my changes, click on Close Master Page, and now you can see the way my header looks like. I can also remove this line because the line for the header, that box for the header, is making the document not look attractive according to me. So let me click again on View, then Master Page, and then I can click on Show Header, and I can remove this line or this border line. So, or this border for the text. So let me click on Home. Let me select my text, and then I can look for line. Where is the line? The line is not found at home. So let me click on Format under Text Box Tools. So I'll click on Format. And then after clicking on Format, you can see where our text outline is. This one. So I can click on the text outline and click No Outline. And then let me repeat. I have said you can click on Format menu, and that's after selecting the text, you click on Format menu and then remove the outline by clicking on Text Outline, and then clicking no outline. And then you click back in your publication, but you can see the line is still there. So where should I change this color from? So I can click again on it. Then I click on this format menu under drawing tools. So let me click on format menu. And then you can see there's shape outline here. So you click on shape outline and then I'll click no outline. Kindly note, there's a difference between this format under text box tools and the format under drawing tools. So let me click on save button and click on close master page to go back to my publication. And there we are. So that's how you add headers and footers in your publication and also format them as you want. You can also do what we call tracking and kerning. Tracking refers to changing the visual density or openness of characters in a line while keeping or while kerning. While kerning is fixing particular pairs of letters that are too close or too far apart from each other. To track and kern or to track and or kern text, you select the text, then right-click on the selection, point to change text, and click character spacing. On the character spacing dialog box, under track, select the type of tracking that you want. For example, normal, very tight, tight, loose, very loose, or custom, and select its percentage and by this amount. To kern, that is fine-tune spacing between two characters or more. Under kern, select either normal, expand, or condense. Then specify its amount. For example, 3 points, etc. And by this amount. If you want automatic pair kerning, click the kern text at checkbox and specify its points. For example, 14 points. Click on apply and then OK. So how do we perform or implement tracking and kerning in our text? So the following is a demonstration on how to track and kern text in our publication by the title, Introduction to MLSwap. So let's see what is to kern and what is to track. Let me click on our last paragraph in page 4. This one here. So for you to be able to track or kern text, and let me do that for the last paragraph here, second to the last, you select that paragraph first, that way. Then you right-click on it and point to change case, or that is change text. You point to change text. And then you click on character spacing. Let me click on character spacing. After clicking on character spacing, you can see a dialog box has appeared. So under tracking, you can see it states, use this option to adjust the spacing for a highlighted block of text. Currently, it reads normal. So if I click here and choose, for example, loose, you can see from the preview how loose will look like. Let me click on apply. Let me move this text box or this dialog box. You can see how my text is looking like. The characters have been spaced. What about if I choose very loose? Let me choose very loose. And then I click on apply. You can see my text is now further spaced. So that's what is called tracking. What about the kerning? You use the option for kerning to fine-tune the spacing between two characters. Currently, it reads normal. What about if I choose expand? How will it look like? So let me click expand. You can see if I click apply the characters have been further spaced. What about if I choose condense and click apply? You can see the characters have been brought quite close. So that's the difference between tracking and kerning. So let me choose under tracking, let me select loose. I click on apply. Under kerning, let me choose expand. And then I click apply. Then you can see how the characters are looking like. That's not very pleasing for me. So let me change it to condense. And then I click apply. That is making text to be very close to each other, not legible. So what should I do? Let me change it to normal. Then I click apply. I think that's better. But to bring some more change, let me select very loose. Then I click apply. That's better for me. And then now I can click apply and finally I click OK. Then I can remove my selection. So this paragraph, we have been able to track and kern it. You save your changes by clicking on Save button. It is also good to note that you can always change measurements for your publication. In Microaoft Publisher, you can be able to design page layouts and graphics that are exact in measurements as specified using the horizontal and vertical rulers. You drag the ruler lines to mark an area of the screen where you want to insert graphics or text that can fit in the layout. Remember, for you to be able to learn more about graphics and how to insert them and manipulate them, kindly listen to the video and watch the video, which is series number 6 on manipulating and formatting graphics. So if, for example, you want to draw a rectangle of 5 centimeters by 5, set the ruler to measure in centimeters, then drag and place the ruler lines from the horizontal and the vertical rulers to create a 5 by 5 centimeter region on the screen. Finally, select the rectangle tool from the object's toolbar and drag a rectangle that fits exactly inside the marked region. So to set the limits of measure for the rulers, you click on File menu and then you select the options. From the Publisher options dialog box, you click on Advanced tab. Under Show Measurements in Units of box, select a unit of measurement, for example, inches, centimeters, picas, points, pixels, and then you click OK. So the following is a sample demonstration on how we can set units of measurements in our publication by the name Introduction to MLSWAP. So in this publication, I wanted to position this image that is in page 4. Let me click on page 4. So you can see there is this slide here. There is this image here. I wanted to resize this image so that it is of certain measurements. So how will I do that? So let me remove it from here. I place it on the pasteboard. And then I can click on File menu, and then I click on Options. Then let me click on Advanced tab. And Advanced tab, there is this section here which reads Show Measurements in Units of. Let me choose centimeters. And then I click on OK. From there, let me draw a 5 by 5 centimeter area, and then I position this image there. But before I do that, let me hide these other guides. Let me remove these guides from my from my publication. So how do you remove guides? So I'll click on View menu, and then I can click or uncheck the guides. So let me click on that option there. And then I also uncheck baselines. So you can see my publication now does not have the guides. I've been able to hide them. Now let me use the ruler to draw some measurements here. So let me drag this ruler to which part? To 10 here. So let me drag this one. I drag it to 10. You can see. Let me also drag the vertical one, or let me drag again this one to 15, because I want to draw one which is 5 by 5. So how many units are those? Let me proceed and draw the other line. So I'll drag this line or this ruler to 15 there. And then I can drag it again to 10. Are we able to see our 5 by 5? So let me drag this object, that position between 10, that is 10 and 15. So that is 15. And then I drag this one to 10 there. What about the other side? This one is at 10, and this one is supposed to be at 15. Remember, this is my ruler guide. This is one of the ruler guides, and this is the other ruler. You can see they are green in color, this one and this one. And then the other one, the others is this one. You can see it is green in color. And then there's this other one, which is also green in color. So that is how we have been able to draw an object of 5 by 5. Let me adjust it again. Instead of being 5 by 5, let me adjust this ruler, this guide for the ruler. I move it to 5 here. So 5 to 15. So I can drag this, I can resize this object to that ruler guide up to that level. And then let me drag this ruler guide. From there, I drag it to 15 also. Is it 15? This one was up to 15. So I move it to 20. That way. And then I can resize this object to 20. So that's how you make use of the measurements. And then you use the ruler guides to position or to sketch an area or mark an area or mark the boundaries that your object is going to occupy. So that's how we make use of measurements. And in this case, therefore, this object that I have inserted here, it is of size 10 centimeters by 10 centimeters. And that one is very clear. From this 10 here to this 10 here, this is one ruler guide, and its partner is here. Then on the other side, this is one of the ruler guides, and this is the other. And therefore, my object is 10 by 10 centimeters because I've already changed my measurements or the units of measurement or the units for my ruler to be in terms of centimeters. Let me save my changes for my publication. Another important aspect of publication is having date or time. So how do you insert date and time in your publication? You can use the text box to insert time and date in your publication. You can also set the publisher to update the date or time anytime a publisher or a publication is opened or printed. To insert a date or time that updates automatically, you click in the text box or table cell where you want to insert your date or time. And then on the insert menu, you click date and time. And available formats, you click date or time format. If you want the date to be updated each time you open the publication, you tick on the checkbox for update automatically. So the following is a demonstration on how you can insert date and time in our publication that we saved as Introduction to MLSwap. So we want to have date and time inserted in this publication at the bottom of each page, so as a footer. So what we are going to do is we are going to position, or we are going to mark this text box for the footer to also indicate the date and the time. So what are we going to do? We are going to go to master page because I want date and time to appear in all the pages. So let me click on the view menu and then click master page. So while here, I can click on the text box where I want my date and time to appear. So let me adjust this footer here. Now I'll click at this point. I want to insert my date and the time here. So from there, you click on insert menu. And then you click on date and the time button, this one. So let me click on it. From there, you select the format for your date and the time. So let me choose one which has date and the time. This one is good for me. It is having date and it has time, including the seconds. But do I need the seconds? No. Let me choose this one. It has the date and the time, including AM or PM. And then there's the checkbox here. Do I want the date and time to be being updated every time I open my publication? Yes. So let me check it. And then I'll click on OK. So that's, you can see my date and time have been inserted. Let me format this date and time to have a different color. So I'll select it and maybe choose black here. Or let me choose a different color. So I can click on home and under this font color, I can change that color to blue. And then I can click back on my publication. Then I can save the changes by clicking on save button. And then I click on master page and I click close master page. Let's see if our date and time have been inserted. So if I click on page 1, you can see we have the header there, we have the footer. So here is the date and the time. It is 4th of November or November 4th, 2023. Time is 10:05 p.m. Page 2, you can see this is page 2. Date and time is there. Page 3, the same. And page 4, the same. Why is the date and the time appearing on each and every page? It is because I've set it under master page. If I wanted it to appear on a single page, I would not go to master pages. I would just insert a text box in any of the pages and then proceed with the process of inserting the date and the time. Let's save our changes. And that's how you insert date and time in your publication. It is also good to have your publication pages having a certain color or a pattern. So if I want to add some pattern or color to a single page, what I need to do is to go to the page I want to change by clicking on its thumbnail from the page or pages pane. Then on the page design menu, I click background. Select the background of choice from the drop-down list by clicking on it, then click OK where necessary. So the following is a demonstration on how we can change background color for specific pages in our publication by the title Introduction to MLSWAP. So while we're in this publication, we can change some background color. For which page? Let me change for page 4. This one. So how do I proceed? I'll click on page design menu. So I click on page design menu. And then I click on background, this button here. So let me click on it. And then I can choose more backgrounds. Then I can click, for example, on solid fill, that one. And then I can choose a color for it. I love sky blue. I love sky blue. This one. So I'll click on it and then I click OK. Then let me click OK. Wonderful. You can see that the background of page 4 has changed. It is now blue. I can also change another background. Let me change the background for the first page, this one. So how do I change this? I'll click again on page design menu, click on background, then click on more backgrounds. And then now I can choose gradient fill. Then I can choose a color. Which color do I want? And the color here, I can choose more colors. And then I mix with which one? This one which looks yellowish. Then I can click OK. Let me click on OK again and see how it looks like. That one looks a little bit appealing. Oh, yes. Remember, you can set yours. This is mine. So that's a background for my page 1. That's background for my page 1. If I wanted to change the background for the rest of the publication, all the pages in which I have not set their own background, I can click on View menu, and then I click on Master Page. Then I can click on Page Design, click on Background, and then click on More Colors. Remember, the color which I'm going to select from here will be applied on all the pages that have not applied specific backgrounds. The specific background for a page is not replaced by the one for master page. So if you want the background color for master page to apply on all pages, then you don't need to set specific backgrounds for each page. So the pages that are going to get this master background color that we are setting from here will be the pages that I have not set their specific background. Let's see. So let me click on solid fill. And then under color, here I can choose a different color. Which color now? Let me choose one. Let me choose this one. I love this color. Let me choose the one which is a little bit green. That one, no. Let me have that one. Then I can click OK. And then I click OK. So that is the color that is supposed to be applied across all the pages in my master page or in my publication, but I have said this will only appear on pages that do not have a specific background color. So let me click on Save button. Then I click on Master Page and close Master Page by clicking on Close Master Page. You can see, so that is page 1. I have already set its own background color, so that color has not been replaced. But if you look at page 2 and page 3, these ones didn't have their own background color. And therefore, the background for master has been applied to page 2 and page 3. And my publication looks attractive. Don't you think so? It is. So that's how you set the background color for. So that's how you set your background color for your publication. So remember always after you make the changes to click on Save button. Let's now see. Remember, we have already applied the color across the entire publication through the master pages. So how have we done it? We have just clicked on the master page and applied our background. So you can change a master page to add a pattern or color that appears on every page to which the master page is applied, just as we have done. So to do that, as you have seen, you click on View menu, then click Master Page. And then you select Master Page in which to apply the background by clicking on this thumbnail from the Master Pages pane. And then on the Page Design menu, you click on Background. You select a background of your choice by clicking on it. Then you save your master page and you close the master page menu. And then you apply or you click on Apply To and specify where the background should be applied in your publication. To return to a publication page, you click on the Close Master Page from the toolbar. So simply, the following is a demonstration on how you can add the pattern across the pages, just as we have done, and this is just a recap. So you have seen the way we have added the page, color pages, or the way we have applied background color to our publication through the master pages. So just a recap on the same, we said you click on the View menu and then you click Master Page. From there, you click on Page Design and select Background. And then you choose background of your choice. And then you select the color you want or the ingredient that you want. And we selected this color, green. If you wanted to change it, remember, you could click on More Colors and you can click another color. Then you click on OK. And then you click OK. If you want this color to be applied to a specific page, you click on Master Page and then you click Apply To, for example, apply to a current page. So you click on Apply to Current Page. And then you save your work and you click on Close Master Page. So has the color changed? If you click on page 2 and page 3, do you see a difference? Yes, there's a slight difference. Let me click again on page 3 so that you can see. Let me click again on the View menu, click Master Page, and then click on page design, click on background, more colors. And now let me change this color to this one. Then I can click OK. And then I can click on master page. Then I click on apply to, and then I click on apply current page. Then I'll click on save button and click on close master. What has happened? You can see that is page 1. It has its initial color. This is page 2. It has lost its previous color. And this is, so you can see the color for the master has been applied on these 2 pages. So let me change that. Let me undo. Anyway, let me repeat and change those colors to my previous ones, which were more attractive for page 2 and 3. So let me click again on view. I click on master page. Then I can click on page design, background. Then I click on solid fill and I change my color to the one which was there. This one, then I click OK. Then I can click on master page. Then I click apply to current page. I click on save and close master page. So you can see that background has been applied to the pages which did not have their own specific background color. So I can click on save button. And with that, my dear students and the rest of the learners, we have come to the end of part 7 tutorial. To continue, or you can now continue and listen and watch part 8 of the series, in which I am discussing and demonstrating on how to work with the tables. Congratulations for learning part 7 of 9 on page formatting in desktop publishing series. You can access the rest of the parts in the series, as well as other computer or ICT videos, by clicking or tapping on Microaoft ICT YouTube channel below this video. To subscribe to the channel, tap on subscribe button below this video in YouTube if it's not currently reading as subscribed. For any further correspondence, kindly write it to us through the email mlswap@gmail.com. Thank you very much for listening to me. Let's meet in part 8 of the series, and God bless.